Bongino explodes on Clinton troll who dodges same question 6 times by rickwells.us. Dan Bongino doesn't let the Clinton operative change the subject from something exposing Clinton guilt and corruption to something safe. Admit she and the Dems. Dan Bongino carves up Clinton hench weasel Philip Reins, exposing him as a blatant liar who dodges multiple efforts to have him answer a simple question regarding the DNC and Clinton crimes upon which the Russia was based. Noting that the frivolous lawsuit filed by the DNC against the Trump camp has no merit and that those who are filing the suit are the actual ones who colluded with Russians. Dan Bongino asserts that the lawsuit that should be filed is one against Hillary Clinton for the sleazy political dossier that she commissioned and she and the DNC paid for. The wormy Reins claims that the people who should be protecting us, the ones who see the crimes the Democrats have committed, have abrogated their responsibility. Their responsibility is to do what the criminal Democrats tell them to do. Refusal to do so is dereliction of duty in their book. He took a long time to say nothing, most importantly, refusing to admit that Hillary Clinton financed the dossier through Fusion GPS. Bongino further pins Reins, warning him not to dodge the question, and all the while knowing he probably will, asking him why the Democrats refused to let the FBI look at the server they say was hacked by Russia. After 3 attempts, and Reins still pretends he doesn't understand the question and attempts to reply to portions that are much less relevant, but Bongino has had enough, saying in disgust, "You can't answer the question, you fraud." Wow. Reins against diverts, and Ed Henry allows him to a problem with foreign governments attempting to disrupt our elections. It's a safe zone for crooked Democrats. When the floor is again in Bongino, he repeats the question with the Reins finally running out of dodges. Let's just take a quick listen here. Bongino rips into him, huh?
Actual collusion on the Republican side, but there's a whole lot of evidence that Philippe's former boss colluded with a foreign national from the UK who colluded with foreign nationals from Russia to produce a fake dossier used to spy on fake American, using a fake dossier to spy on real Americans. That should be the lawsuit against Hillary Clinton.
So let's let Philippe react to that. Was there a conspiracy on the Democratic side?
Of course not. And if the RNC wants to sue, or if Dan wants to sue, they should go ahead and do so. The reason the Democratic Party is suing is for a pretty simple outcome. What's happening now is the people who should be protecting us going forward are abrogating their responsibility, whether it's the Congressional House Intelligence Committee, whether it's the Senate Committee, whether it's the President. And, you know, we can debate 2 things. We can debate what happened in 2016. We can debate what we don't want to happen in 2018 or 2020. If you set aside whether Hillary Clinton did or didn't lose or what happened, which I know we could debate all day, there's no question that the Russians tried to meddle and attack our election process. That's not my comment. That's the comment of Mike Pompeo, of Nikki Haley, of DNI Coates. This is the accepted outcome, the accepted assessment of the intelligence community.
Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah. Notice what Philippe did there. He avoided what I said. Yes, the Russians did try to influence the election through Hillary Clinton. We know this. See, these are established.
Okay, but she's dead. She's gone now. So what are we doing in 2018?
So the Russians... No, because we're talking about a lawsuit that your party's filing against the Republicans and Trump for something your candidate did. We know for a fact the Russians spoke to Christopher Steele. We know that information made it into a fake dossier used to spy. Why do you run from that? Also, Philippe, answer me this question. Don't duck it, because I know how you work. Answer me this question. Duck it. Where the DNC servers you allege were hacked by the Russians, Why won't they turn those over to the FBI or even to BuzzFeed that's demanding?
Okay, answer that.
If you're so sure the Russians hacked, why not turn them over?
Well, I want to get something clear here, Dan. Are you saying none of this happened? Because that's not what the President of the United States and the CIA and the NSA believe.
Right, but
answer that
Philippe, we
question?
hear you. But go ahead. Why haven't the DNC
Answer the question.
servers? It's
Why
a fair
hasn't the
question.
DNC turned over the server to BuzzFeed? I have no
Or turn
idea.
them over to authority, the FBI. Yeah, the FBI.
The FBI that didn't really go and they couldn't tell or asking? I don't know.
can't
Ask
answer
Debbie
the
Wasserman
question,
Schultz.
you fraud.
Excuse me, ask Wendy Wasserman
You know
Schultz.
it.
Okay.
No,
now-
I don't. What I
answer the
know is,
question.
Dan, here's what I know. Please let me talk for a minute.
Yeah.
You know
That,
nothing.
Let Philippe
that
talk.
the Russians are going to try this again. The Chinese are going to try this again. Others are going to try this again. What exactly is our Congress and our government doing to prevent it? Can you name anything?
Philippe, you still can't answer the question.
Well,
Why
I mean, Dan-
won't the DNC, if they're so sure the Russians hacked their servers,
Dan, do
why
you
are they
believe the
hiding it from
Russians
the
attacked?
FBI? Why? Don't answer my question. Don't counter
Dan-
it with another. This is
And tell me
Democrat
when Dan
technique.
stops.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, Philippe, let me ask you a question then, which is a serious one, and I don't know the answer to it. And I know it's not your lawsuit per se, but you're a Democrat, you're closely
I
involved.
wish it was. I'm happy to affiliate myself
So
with it.
let's say that it's not frivolous and there's merit to this lawsuit. Why the heck wasn't it filed the day after the election? Why is it being filed a year and a half later?
That's an excellent question, and
Yeah.
it goes back to what I'm saying. The DNC and the Democratic Party and anyone who cares about the election would probably be more than happy if this never had to be filed. The problem is that you had a year and a half nearly gone by, and everyone has abrogated their responsibility. This is almost a lawsuit of last resort, and I think the DNC was very thoughtful about that. And look, I understand why lawsuits have a sort of obviously negative connotation, but I make 2 points. One, President Trump has been involved in over 4,000 of them, so clearly lawsuits are not it's something they have no bearing or
Quick second point,
species
and then we'll let
at
Dan
the
react. What's your second point?
Yeah.
Philippe, you said you had a second
He
point.
still hasn't addressed the question, Ed.
Yeah.
Number one, can he acknowledge that Hillary worked with the Russians through a foreign national
There's
in the
no
UK
one who's
to
ever
produce
been
a fake
tougher on
dossier?
Vladimir Putin than Hillary Clinton.
Okay, but did she work with him on the dossier?
He cannot answer the question.
Did Clinton
He can't
advisors
answer-
work on
can
the
you
dossier?
acknowledge that
That's a fair
happened?
question.
Dan, I can't hear myself think.
Let Philippe answer, just clearly, Philippe. So weren't there Clinton advisors working with Christopher Steele on the dossier? Yes or no?
No.
They were not.
She
At the
no,
State
already
Department?
admitted it.
No.
Oh,
I don't know
my
what
gosh,
was
this
going
guy's
on
a
at the State
liar.
Department. Absolutely not.
You were a senior
Yeah,
advisor at the State Department.
And I don't much. When we were at the State Department, absolutely not.
Okay. All right, we're going to leave it right
Well,
there.
hold on a second. Dan,
Yeah.
did you just say that's a lie?
Yeah, it is. Sidney
Why is that a
Blumenthal-
lie?
If
If
Philippe,
you want
Jonathan
to stick
Philippe,
around and stick with
Jonathan
the facts that you
Weiner
accept
has
that
already
DNC
written
paid
an
for,
op-ed.
say it.
So let him answer. So Sidney
Philippe,
Blumenthal was involved
Jonathan
with
Weiner
pushing the
has already
dossier.
written an op-ed in the Washington Post.
Okay.
You may have missed it, where
All
they
right.
already admitted to being
Give Philippe
part
10
of it.
seconds
I
and
don't
then.
know if you
All right,
missed
Dan,
it.
hang
You
on.
don't want to read it.
Let Philippe final word.
I can't hear what he's saying, yelling over himself. But
Okay.
no one in the Clinton campaign had anything to do with Christopher Steele. That is a brand new, out of
All right.
nowhere.
This
conspiracy
conversation
theory.
will
Now, but I
continue.
understand why
Yes.
everyone is so
This is
afraid of this
lying.
lawsuit.
All right,
Look,
guys.
the lawsuit played a big part in Watergate.
All right, gentlemen, Dan, Philippe, appreciate you coming in. Still to come.
Did you notice the arrogance? The arrogance. And he wasn't answering the question, and he denied it. I mean, well, listen, the DNC is only hanging themselves with this lawsuit because now Trump is suing to get a lawsuit filed against them, and he's going to ask for the server and everything else. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.